Good evening, everyone. You have joined us for Stellaris. And sorry, I'm kind of speechless because I just realized the Cracks Autocracy has a smiley face for their emblem. And it's actually a little bit terrifying. That being said, announcements if you weren't here Thursday is automatic ads are in effect. I forget to play them. They're going to happen. Subscribers won't see them. Don't worry. We'll still be here. And, oh, of course, always check Discord. Because why not check Discord? It's how you know my stream is late today. I will say I didn't get to do exactly what I wanted to do, but that's just because rain, weather. Gotta love it. But, nonetheless, I saw family, and that was what was important to me. So, Mystic Beast, are you ready to potentially go to war?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a defensive pact, but that defensive pact is
concerning. Yeah.
The United States. Okay, so these guys over here. Using the Centaurian emblem.
Yep.
But yes, as I was mentioning, the autocracy. You know, it's not a smiley face per se, but you can clearly see eyes and a face and a nose. It looks like a smiley face, so you know. Also, nothing like seeing, you know, 50K over here from the United States just hanging out. I do have one more wormhole to check in the United States area, but that's not as important as, I don't know, reinforcing our fleet, which is happening. Slowly. But it's happening. Alright, so Ruby is... Yep, Ruby's getting the battleships. That's good. So this is my stealth fleet then. Yeah, stealth class. Yep, cool. They'll be getting reinforced too, but also it is absolutely nice having, you know, 400 naval cap. So let's play games and see what this means. Yeah, okay, so this is upgraded. I could have again actually, but we have a quantum catapult that I never did anything with. So maybe that's something I could work toward. Just to have that as a benefit. Well, that's right, we're in session for military sanctions. Of course we don't want those.
Jeez, a lot of people don't want them.
Alright. Here, I have no available envoys, so who's stealing whose technology? Let's see.
Ships ready for
That's
action.
actively going through. That's been upgraded. They're still being built to try to get it up there. We have 40,000 energy, so kind of don't want to buy. Go ahead. What are our stats looking like? 8 rare crystals. Well, how about we start with, how are our moats? Our moats are not well. So I do need to look and see who shall get some moats. Oh, I'm building moat high-elevation traps as we speak. Excellent! Alright. And how are we on the gases? Gases is also a problem. Okay. I would like more gases. maybe here, because this gives me, yeah, this gives me bonus gases. So I should probably put gases here. Let's get some more gases. To upgrade this, we're looking at... Ah, yes. That is expensive to upgrade. That's right, because I did the fancy shield armor. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I feel like I want to reinforce before I upgrade that fleet, though. This guy is actively archaeologically doing that. We still have both our construction ships, so archaeological site and investigating that. Okay. Up comes the great dragon in search of home through space. Applied beneath waves of foam. Okay, so just singing to us. Cool. More lyrics, please, because that's our only option. Ah, yes. I was using you to build shipyards. Alloys? Can we afford the Unity hit? I don't think so. Kind of need to go down our path. So as much as I want to activate that, I think saving the Unity for our traditions are probably a better bet. Because the tradition we're going down is gonna give us Unity anyway. Orbital bombardment damage. Build speed.
We can, well, yeah, we can create 2,000 more alloys, but I'll let that be your call.
That's what I was just telling you. We can't, because it's going to cost 3,000 Unity. And we need the Unity
gross.
for our tradition. So,
alright.
I think I want to go and keep our traditions. Because we did do our massive initial reinforcement, so we're not, like, on the losing end, I don't think. 41 energy. Overwrite. More destroyers. Like, basically there's another 10k that I can add to this fleet. And I'm holding off on it because I need the alloys. I need the alloys. We don't need the consumer goods, so I'm not gonna upgrade that. I'm actually doing fairly well. I would like, if we can take the mineral hit, to build more consumer goods. Okay. Not consumer goods, but alloy factories. Might be a good shout. Where do I want to put them, though? This is food. Food is actually, at plus 23, is actually a little bit concerning. Because that plus 23 can change in an instant, so probably saving that. Thank you for the cruiser hulls. That would be nice.
Research
Fucking
complete.
thief.
Oh, plasma accelerators. Excellent. As much as I like purple tech, I kind of want to hold off on it. Fire control. I might use that. Research output, I think, is what I'm gonna go with. Ching. More research, please. Ooh, Devastator torpedoes in 7 months. Ooh. Tier 3 torpedoes, man.
Ah, man.
That's gonna be gases, that's fine. Okay, so this has jobs. This has got room for farmers. Alright. We are going to look at this. More songs. More artifacts, more songs.
We want more lyrics.
Okay, so this takes motes to give us more minerals. Okay. I actually think it's sad that amenities is low on here. Is that because there's open positions that give amenities? No. We do have pre-sapiens, so like a zoo. Okay, so what I should do here? Okay, I am actively building that. Okay. I don't need the agricultural districts, but I might build the alien zoo here. That will help with the amenity situation. Yeah. The beauties of still being early in our
Technology secured.
technology secured. Defense platforms are a cost-effective way. Yep.
Technology discovered.
The defense platform cap. Ooh, do I do uplift even though we haven't needed to? Ooh. Allows you to genetically uplift and socially integrate species which are close to being sapient. I mean, I could. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that just so we have the option. By the way, how's our observation post doing?
Do we have an observation post anymore?
Yeah. These guys are... in the late medieval age. These are hive minds, I think? Yeah, hive mind. Oh yes, it's given us unity too.
Research complete.
Technology research. Torpedoes are done. Excellent. Cruiser hulls would be nice, but I feel like I'm gonna get some quick ones out of the way here, I think. So let's get tier 2 flak.
Ledger of situations amended.
I've got that. Stay here. Research that project. If we like, we already got the CyberX home system, but
Mm-hmm.
what's the CyberX home system? I want to double check here.
Well, by learning the song lyrics, I managed to increase our sublight speed by 10%.
Nice. Ooh, construction ships. Can you? Yeah. build that research station so we can get those minor artifacts, please. And then I'm gonna have you come over here for these artifacts as well. Not that I need minor artifacts or anything, but, you know, having an income on them is always helpful. Oh, that's right. I'm stealing our allies, too. Oh, I don't have anyone here. Why do we not have one here?
What's up?
I'm gonna take that one. I was doing a steel technology on our autocracy, but for some reason the envoy wasn't there, so it wasn't making progress. Has concerns that their coverage may be blown. Apparently, critical operations to this citrus or normal. Keep going. Pathetic.
Technology secured.
Okay.
A special project is finished.
X-rays. No, just too much energy. An interesting find. Driven with simulators. Let me see what I can do for these guys.
All right.
Alright, and then I'm gonna accept it. I don't know why. Thought we knew everybody by now. That's going on now. Atomic countdown. What was that again? This system. Okay. As the clock reached a moment's deadline, triggering a thermonuclear explosion. Alright, so that planet blew up.
Damn. I am going to take one of our fleets, the 5.9K, and I want to bring it to the Doralian system because there are forceful drone expansion initiative fleets that are kind of concerning me.
Well, they're not hostile.
Well, how do you know
They're not red.
that they won't be? Okay, so I know I'm not colorblind, Santa.
Welcome, Rain.
I am worried that they will be in the future. I'm worried that they will turn red in the future.
Research secured. Quantum physics. I mean, if you pull them off the dock, then we'll have to pay their maintenance fee, though.
I'm asking permission before I do it.
You said you were taking the 5.9?
Yes.
That's fine, because I'm not reinforcing it right now. But just keep in mind that we'll be paying energy for that. We will go do this. Get all of our destroyers built.
Research complete.
Ah, the kinetic batteries are coming now. These large weapons are massively nice. I just don't want you to accidentally, like, you know, try to say, oh, we'll go attack this target, because that will make them hostile. And, you know, they're not bothering us, you know. Okay, that's being built.
We grow ever stronger.
Cool. I want more alloys. Alright, we're running low on jobs. That's actually good, but let me see if zoo is an option here. I'm hoping it is, considering there are pre-sapients here. Don't see it, though. Darn, I'm not seeing it.
I am happy our consumer goods are at 17K.
Technology secured.
Technology discovered.
Climate restoration would be nice. Yeah, let's do that. Terraform devastated worlds, but also shipbuilding, but also like society research is probably our better research right now. Actually, no, it's actually our weakest research. How ironic. Everyone is declaring rivals. How nice. We have... Oh, yes, we have them. Yes. Sapient. Ooh, they actually get good science. Apply. Preference. 3. That takes. Only 300 extra society? Sure. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that then.
Ledger of
Apply.
situations amended.
Finish that in 15 months, kind sir. I mean, this is kind of nice. Yeah, that's gonna be quick. I'm gonna also do that one. Kept grounds. Bungle trail. We haven't been tracking this. If I track that. Do we have a
Technology secured.
ship not doing anything? Yes, we do. I'm gonna send it here.
Technology is discovered.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that in a few. Just want to make sure. Plasma cannons are also nice. Physics research could be handy here. Yeah.
we grow ever stronger.
Let's. No, I'm gonna go cannons. I want the benefits. Okay. Go back to my situation log. Topaz, absolutely upgrade that Devastator for me, please. Unity, and I think we want bombardment damage, please.
Yay.
I need to get some hyper lanes going too, but I don't. Yeah, I can do hyper relays. How many crystals do I've got going? I've got a nice little batch of that, and it's only 500 out. You know, I could start doing that.
Ships ready for action.
But I also want to get all of my ships upgraded real quick as well, because that's also like 100. We're almost in a situation. I have 3 battleships left to build. That's handy.
I just like how you're like focused on getting our naval cap to max.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Damaged destroyers, or do we take the mining station output? Mining station output. Thank you. More minerals. And I think it also gives us a bonus to energy too. Any mining stations, so.
The fleet has been refitted.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with my, science guys working with the admirals, is there? Saying, hey, we got this new technology. The funny thing is like, I can definitely put more. I just haven't yet. Like 220. I mean, the stealth fleet that you're taking, like, that's the next thing I need up. But I'm also like, holding off on it? Corvettes and frigates. Okay, so 2012. Okay, so 2012. And how many destroyers? 15. There we go. So I still have room for yet a 3rd fleet if I... That's great.
Homelessness on home type.
I think I want to focus on the hyper relay system now.
We've got homelessness on 2 planets.
Because getting from this side to this side is definitely going to take some time. Just want situation log. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. So, let's take you. Can I just send you up here and will you go without being cloaked? that is a long journey.
A species has found its sea legs.
Okay, I'm gonna change up the sign ships real quick, just so you know. That one's closer. So that's when I want to do that. And this one is now free to check something else, which I don't see an opening yet.
Fleet engaged. Give them a broadside.
Did you attack them? I told you not to attack them. Hello?
1 second. I'm sorry.
I said not to attack them. You said you
You made an earlier statement saying that they weren't red, therefore they weren't hostile.
correct.
So I went, yeah. So I told you I wanted to eliminate the threat.
No, you never
before
said
they turned
eliminate.
red.
You said you wanted to move the ships there.
I wanted to move the. Yes, I wanted to move the ships there. In case they turned red. That's what I said.
You
So
never
you're
said you were
correct.
going to attack them.
You're correct. You're correct. You're correct. But that's kind of why I wanted to send them out in the first place, was to basically eliminate the threat. We are militarists. I'm sorry I went against. I'm sorry I did an unauthorized order.
Because honestly, buddy, I literally have a science ship going through one of those systems.
Okay. Oh, he's not even chasing the science ship. See, you have nothing to worry about.
But the point is, you put him at risk. We have received claiming they have been approached by a former spy with hegemony. Did not precisely say what the next course of action will be. Understood. Okay. Yeah. So they already hate us. I mean, that's fine. All right. Anyway. The ship had increased within our borders. You know what? I'm gonna have that wait. I kind of want to get alloys. So let me get alloys. Thank you. All right, time to start my interstellar highway. Actually, let me build these battleships first.
And now we have homelessness.
No, I changed my mind. I'm doing interstellar highway first. I'm only short battleships. I'm fine. All right. Hyper relay. We are going to go here. Here.
Our star base is under attack.
Yeah. Guess the science ship can do stuff now. Go research this debris.
Fleet engaged. Give them a broadside.
Alright, do I want to go through the planet tundra that's size 10, or do I want to go through the Alloway?
Alright. I'm gonna have the fleets return back to Abdura.
No.
No. No?
No, now that you've made all the forcible drone expansions hostile, there's another 933 that could be coming our way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I would say keep the fleet at either Yad or Beta, because that's defending that border, because there's now a hostile fleet possibly coming. It's just sitting at the sun right now, but... Ooh, a Leviathan. Where be... Okay. Imagine what they could teach us. Imagine the trophy... Wow, that's... And separating across the empire like plague. There's concern. Imagine what they could teach us. Is what I'm gonna go with. We are gonna go explore this wormhole. Oh. Oh, unemployment galore. Let me fix that. Actually, let me see this wormhole goes first.
Council agenda ready.
Over here. Okay. That's weird. I want to be looking at the unemployment. If you want to look at the agendas, you can go for it. Alright, so Agri-World, I do need food, because as I mentioned, it became a problem. So there's that. Zamada, why did you change yourself to an Agri-World? Well, how is auto-designated an Agri-World when I got literally... Alright. Can we just not have it be an Agri-World? I do want more alloys, so we'll do that. Industrial world. We have the mineral. Do we have the modes? I think we do now. Do we have a handful of modes? But let me make sure that that is what I want to do. Yes. Okay. Where's Radon? That's tripdoor. Okay, that's all the way in that corner. I think that one would be fine. That's why I didn't upgrade it yet. Okay. Do that. Alright, so I've done a whole bunch of stuff. Declare war on the hegemony Satanish. Okay. Is it a rebellion type war, or is it just offensive war? War of conquest. Okay. So you're suiciding. Got it. Yeah, you should have a lot more friends on this.
Council agenda.
Yeah, I told you to look at them. Because I was busy doing the unemployment.
Ahoy there! Spaceborne life forms ahead!
Alright, infinite happiness. No, infinite opportunities. Citizen pop happiness, 10%. Evolving society. Monthly unity modifier plus 10%. Launched modifier is monthly unity plus 40%.
Fleet engaged. Give them a broadside.
Progressive growth. Mechanical pop assembly speed plus 10%. Materialist ethic attraction plus 10%. Launched modifier, mechanical pop assembly speed plus 20%. Materialist ethics attraction plus 40%. Give and take is about factions. I don't care about that.
I'll do one battleship just because, you know, my highway is going to be starting and... Okay. Can now recall them. Okay, you already did.
Alright. Alright, I think what will help us is infinite opportunities. The citizen pop happiness plus 10%. Or the unity. Evolving society or infinite opportunities? Or do you just want me to pick?
I told you to look at them because I'm trying to catch up on other things. Like, I think I've gone through them enough to know that they're kind of somewhat minor.
Okay.
Somewhat. Okay, so we went... This is the only one that's actually in our territory. I think so. Yeah, alright. Travel too far and wide to go here, please. But we're working on our hyper relay.
Hard to port. Our lookouts spy a spaceborne life form.
A life form. Oh, over there. Oh, yeah, that's dimensional whore. Cool. We have an envoy again? 607? Really? I thought I end up reassigning. Okay, so there's... Okay, let me start with you. Can't steal your technology. Cool, and you have somebody. Hegemony. I can't steal your technology, but you have somebody.
Flotsam salvaged.
Lily. Okay. So, hegemony. I can steal your technology. Cool. So, let's steal your technology. Accept. Commence when ready. Launch. Go over here, since I don't know what we were doing with that. One. Employment's taken care of briefly.
Research complete.
Technology discovered. Yay.
Go here, go here, go here. I think.
That Durasteel.
Alright. Sorry, working on the hyper relay.
You're good.
Cruisers, missiles, Durasteel, L-gates. Can we afford to do nano plants? That would require more motes. But I like my alloys. Oh wait, I'm not actually utilizing that right now. So
Loots from enemy wrecks
I actually
seized.
think I agree. Durasteel for the win. We have so many minor artifacts. Are you liking our fleet?
It's almost like in reality, we really only have like maybe 130 cap left.
Basically I can get another 30k fleet if I wanted to. I just haven't yet. We're still on that. Cool. Can I afford to pass on this again? I think so. I'm gonna do this again. I want the alloys, mainly so that I can finish building up the battleships here, and then that fleet will be complete. And then hyper relays are kind of nice.
Getting that highway up and going.
Our other construction ship isn't doing anything, so let me send it, I think, back to some of these energies that we're skipping here. Yeah, I'm gonna pop it in on this 3 mining station. But no, I think a highway from our home system to Layla is gonna be a very great benefit. Because yeah, going left and right on our territory is a mess. Actually, I could set a hyper relay here.
That's gonna be in 4 months. That's great.
Yeah, 60 days and we'll still be on the council. We're in session for this Non-Interference Act. Ooh. Says we're supporting this? Why am I supporting this if we're actively in breach? The Active interference and aggressive interference policies are banned. All diplomatic agreements are will be considered a breach. I mean, I'm not okay. It says we're in breach, but I think that's just because of policy. I don't think it's because we're actively doing it. Because if I were to go to the government tab where our policy stuff is, interference, yeah, we're set to active, so. Let me, yeah, so I can, okay, that's fine.
Technology secured.
Yeah, I'm okay doing that. So, if it passes, I'll just make that change, it's easy. Sensors. Sensors? Yeah, let's do sensors.
Can't go wrong with better sensors.
Food is now 42. Good. I don't need more food then. Yep, we have the minerals, so I'm gonna keep going with that. And I'm gonna change this designation, because I'm sorry, but I'm actively doing freaking consumer goods and I don't know why it keeps defaulting to agri-world when I'm not doing any agricultural districts on it right now. Nice. Let's go to the market, shall we? Yeah, I'm buy alloys. The fleet's almost back. No!
Our spy master and the hegemony of Citrinus. Get your house in order.
Alright.
Almost done building that highway.
Let's go ahead and tell you to upgrade. Upgrade these guys first, then build them out, and then we'll see where we're standing. No! Why? Why must we have the hell of the storm?
Aw, man.
Why must there be a hell of a storm? Although I think we're pretty lucky.
If that is truly the case, I am happy you're building the fucking highways.
Destroyers stuff. Cool. Are we almost ready to steal from our allies again? Wait, where did this envoy go?
What happened now?
Another envoy disappeared?
Really?
Anyway, I'm stealing technology from the Limi again.
God damn. Meanwhile, we're gonna get climate restoration in 9 months.
Why is the science ship moving home? I didn't send it home.
What's up?
Oh, the science ship appears to be moving home. I didn't send it home.
Oh, I'm sending it home because it's damaged.
Is it? Oh, yeah. That's that. Oh, yeah. Armor. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, so, then in case you just do repair, and it will just repair at that outpost. Don't make it go all the way home. You can just repair at any outpost.
It can?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you click the repair fleet or the plus sign, the health plus sign, it'll go to whatever outpost can heal it.
I thought it needed to have a shipyard in order to heal.
Ships, yes, but science ships, not really.
Science ships don't count as ships? What the hell?
Science ships don't need a shipyard. They're small enough that anyone's like, here's some metals, patch it.
Oh. See, I did not know that.
Well, even if you didn't know that, you could always just opt to choose the plus sign instead of just manually going to a certain outpost, too. Alright. Oh, we have some unemployment again. Let me take a look at my stuff here. I think I can afford to do some research.
By the way, our research is almost at like 500.
There is new information in the situation log.
Log updated. Let me see what it is.
Research that. And then, sure, do that one too.
Olfactory study.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Society. That was all society.
3,833. Jesus Christ.
So about climate restoration.
All right.
No longer waiting 9 months for that.
Oh, now you're serious. You're employing both of our
Intellectual
construction
booty.
ships to build a fucking highway? Alright. I see you. You know you want that ability 5%.
I'm also kind of looking at the deep space black site. Just it produces Unity. Because we kind of do need to keep Unity up. Yeah.
Alright, Black Sight wins over Hability. You don't want to live more? You don't want to
Habitability.
live...
Habitability doesn't increase our lifespan.
It doesn't increase our lifespan, but it sure as hell makes life easier.
Ooh, do we want to... Okay, so let me pause, because I want to read this before I make a selection. The armed vessel discovered in orbit is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefari's Pride. Its light frame and invasion hardware suggests it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of the ship comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called Labs, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war. Then they were shut down. We have extracted the ship's destination from its navigation. Okay.
Ledger of situations amended.
I mean, what kind of militarist would we be if we stated, we have no need for such a weapon? Really? Okay.
Alright. So, that one's busy, so I'm sending the other one to research that.
Oh boy. I'm gonna assume that says network hose. Jesus, neither of you wankers can say habitability. I can say it, I just can't, like, habitability. I can say it, but it's just...
We mess it up on purpose a lot.
My brain, no, I don't mess it up on purpose. My brain just has a stroke every time I try to say it fast.
But, like, yes, our
Right.
race is non-adaptive, so habitability would certainly benefit us to some degree, but also, like, I like my weapons. Anyway, welcome,
man.
Network. Network Ghost.
Well, does it say Network Ghost or Network... Oh shit, it does say Network Ghost. Okay, I read that as Network Hose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, Mystic Beast doesn't know Leet speak.
No, I don't. I know movie quotes. I know close your eyes and count to 7. When you wake, you'll be in heaven.
He also
Like,
enjoys martial arts.
yes, I do.
See, you know, Mystic Beast, although, like me, is 90s. I'm the one who stuck with the computer stuff.
Yes. Yes. Computer stuff, Mr. Miyagi. Computer stuff, Mr. Miyagi. It's a trade-off.
Alright, so both of these are gonna get us extra scientists. I don't need to do that, but I would like more alloys, please.
Would you believe me, Network, if I said that this feeble brain of mine used to be able to code MySpace pages? Used to. But then it became outdated, and I stopped doing it.
Oh yes, the oh
What?
no, it's a security risk. Don't let people play with HTML.
Yep. I miss embedding playlists and shit like that.
All right, here. What actually doing pretty well. Like, I'm building stuff to keep the unemployment under control. Actually, as much as I want to get that alloy stuff, I think I want to save it for the next
Intellectual booty.
Yes, network. I still miss Tom. I miss Tom dearly.
Let's see here. So this is. If I wanted, I have a lot of destroyers, so it makes sense to grab destroyer stuff. It's only the build stuff, but hey, ooh, housing also happily.
It's also. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just going through text, so you're welcome to discuss.
Was also part of another MySpace knockoff page called Vampire Freaks, where all the
Yeah, Vampires has a whole nother meaning to you now, doesn't it?
non-conforming goth kids went. Well, and emos.
But Vampires
But
has
yeah,
a whole nother meaning.
Has a whole new meaning. Cough, cough. Vampire the Masquerade. Don't break it. You break it, you buy it. And by buy it, I mean you get hung out in the sun. Where your skin basically fucking turns to ash. Maybe I shouldn't have said that on a live line. Nah. I'm human, I got nothing to worry about. I only had 2 friends on MySpace, Tom and some random chick I thought was a catfish. That's funny as shit. You see, I feel like it's a lot easier to catfish. I feel like it's a lot easier to catfish now than it ever was back then. I feel like you actually had to, like, get some good angles in order to truly catfish someone back in the day.
I will have to say,
back in the 90s.
I will have to say, Mystic Beast, you know, be careful about that language there, sir.
Oh, catfish?
No. Your other favorite words that you've said a few times today.
Nah.
Hey, you know
one?
my stream is not rated mature. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Okay. Network, I'm sorry, but Santa is Captain America-ing me right now, so...
Alright, that's good,
Oh,
that's
man.
good. This construction ship, I want to send... Okay, I want to send here. That's what I want to do. This is being that. Explosives! We should see how they use... Oh my god! Alright. Our friends are doing explosives. They've hit the Renaissance age. Welcome, Aerie. Insider leader? I don't have a leader with that right now, I don't think. Let me see. Let's see.
Intellectual booty.
Oh. Former agents are to be disallowed. Ignore them.
There's new information in the situation log.
Technology is discovered.
Insider trading. Yeah, I don't see it, so I can't explain it right now. Sadly. Yeah, there's like energy bonuses, energy penalties. It could very well be either one of those. Ooh, fleet command limit. Bigger fleets? Bigger fleets? Bigger fleets?
Bigger fleets. Bigger
fleet command
fleets.
limits. Insistent former operative. I don't care. Go away.
Insistent
Thank you
former
for the
operative.
follow, Aerobus.
Yeah, thank you, bud. Welcome, by the way. Probably just a cost reduction on the
Ships
galactic
ready
market.
for action.
All right. So, is everyone fully built yet? Nah. I need to reinforce you. How much is it going to take to reinforce you? Not a whole lot of minerals. Oh, it's because I don't have a whole lot of minerals. Got it. Alloys. Sorry, alloys. That's what I need to go with. All right.
If you're going minerals, we have plenty of minerals.
Yeah, we have enough to transition to alloys, but I want the Unity to get our next bonus, which is, you know,
In 7
fire
months.
rate.
Project done.
Invisible
Not so special
death.
now, was it?
Our scientists have returned from Zvan Labs unscathed, with footage collected from the facility's security camera shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon strongbox. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen withering on the floor in intense agony. A gray, unidentifiable matter spills out. A matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room, and an electrical surge passes through it. It's executing all living things. Here the footage ends. Our crew can confirm that the Stringbox was indeed empty. Superfluid materials. Interesting.
Alright.
I will see what that technology is in a matter of months. 1 month specifically. We have gained
Fortuitous.
insight. Nice. You're gonna go there. You're gonna be building that. How does it feel to see that nice, solid, bold line going halfway through our empire?
It actually looks like our fish has gills.
Technology secured.
All
Speaking
right.
of gills,
Let's
technology
see
has
what
been
this
discovered.
liquid. Oh, it's just engineering bonuses. I don't want to spend 72 months on that right now. Mega cannon? Minerals? Yeah, totally need minerals right now.
We want the mega cannon.
Oh look, someone went peace. How's our friend? They're still equivalent to us? Nice. We're suddenly improving the relations. Why are we... I thought we weren't doing that, but we'll see. Okay. I could just be forgetting what we're doing for our envoys. It's okay. Still technology. Still not available. A couple more years. Steel technology? Steel technology. Wait. What? Oh, I can do you. Okay. I'll do you. Launch. Espionage, guys. That's how you keep your influence down when you can't expand. Oh, wait. We're capped on food. We're about to be capped on energy as well. That sounds like we're going to the market.
Yeah.
There. We're not capped on anything, and I've got more alloys now. Alloys! Come on. Is it? Okay. Alright, I just wanted to make sure. Ah, yes. Wanted to grab this. There. Now, let me check my ship designers, because I want to make sure.
We can officially upgrade the planetary administration building on Zamata.
Go ahead and do that for me, please.
Alright.
Ooh. I have the option of doing this now, though.
We grow ever stronger.
2.91. Oh yeah, plasma cannon 3, way better, way better. Dave, overwrite. Sorry, just need to make sure I checked everything. Ship designers. Okay. So stealth, fine. That's fine. Beacon, absolutely fine. Ripper cannons are great. Stealth version. Cool. I'm fine with this. Fine with this.
Man, you're stone cold. You're literally having the construction ships build in the middle of a fucking thunderstorm.
13. Yes. Upgrading the plasma throwers, better than lasers. Plasma cannons, sorry. Better than lasers. Is this destroyer? This is destroyer. So this is the fortune. Let me double check stealth. Okay. So stealth, I'm doing a little Ripper cannon still. Okay. Battleship. We're
The station
okay.
is under attack.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Station.
Send the fleet! The expansion has arrived.
Wait, are we absolutely, because it might our Wentworth station might take them out. Actually.
That's fair. 11
My
crews.
question is why do they keep popping up?
Oh look, that's why we're winning. There's no shields. There's no shields.
Oh, that's funny.
But that's part of the reason why I told you I didn't want to attack them. But now that you have, every time they pop up, it's an enemy. Oh yeah, we're winning. They're already cut down. It's great.
Citrinus is cussing us out again. What an insult. What a selfish people you are. Always putting your individual selves foremost. Egalitarianism. Ha! The Axolotl Citizen League will not survive the year. Aren't you pathetic? Yeah, shut up.
You said it was the Citrinius?
Citrinus was cussing us out.
That's Cacleon. That's Vin. That's Cacleon. Citrinus.
Okay, so
Yep.
Erebus 98. Any chance you know a Stellaris all-in-one webpage or guidebook? Sorry to ask a lot of questions.
Paradox Wikis. It's got everything Stellaris for you and any other Paradox game. Yeah. So Stellaris Wiki is the official wiki for Paradox. It's through their domain and everything. That's where you can get all the nitty-gritty details.
And then, unfortunately, when you're new to Stellaris, regardless of whether or not you have a source page or not, unfortunately, this game, when you're new to Stellaris, it's kind of trial and error. You kind of, if you learn like me, I have literally, Santa can tell you, I've literally, every game that I have played, I have fucked up in a different way.
Yeah, he learns via trial and error.
Yeah. The very first game that I ever played of Stellaris, I almost never played again because I accidentally broke my empire up into 9 separate vassals because I didn't understand what the word protectorate meant.
Well, actually, that was two different issues. One, you broke up your empire because everybody rebelled against you. And you said, yeah, go ahead and handle yourself. And then, because he was all broken up, someone said, hey, protectorate. And he says, sure, I'll protect you. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
All right. So that's taken care of. I'm going. Ship designer. Go back to here. Check, 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 check. I haven't got tier 5 yet. That's fine. Cool. I think I'm in good shapes. So good shapes indicate upgrades. So we'll start with you. Because you're a fully completed thing. Is it worth it? No. Not at 8,000 alloys. Or, sorry, 8,000 minerals. I don't want to go below 10,000. Yes, I definitely agree, Network. The tutorial isn't the greatest, but it gets you kind of like all the screens. But yeah, there's a lot intrigue. It also really comes down to the Empire you play as, because you can have different ethics, and each ethic has a different option, and gives you different capabilities, and people treat you differently because of it.
Era, I can tell you, I like this game. I like Stellaris more than I like Crusader Kings.
Yeah, Crusader Kings
So,
2 did have
like,
a better tutorial.
I fucking hate that game. And by hate that game, I mean I fucking hate to love to play it. But at the same time, I like Stellaris more. So...
Alright, so this highway is relatively in a good spot. So let me go ahead and add more to it. Actually, I'm gonna just...
Dude, you're building that fucking highway.
Yes, I am. You have a problem with it?
No, I don't.
Oh, wait, Sciencey ship. You're not doing anything. Take the highway over here, because we destroyed more drones. Like, I could also be building... Welcome, film!
Hey guys, shoutouts from Bramblefurs Gaming. Hey! Welcome.
I could also be building orbital rings around our planets, but like the hyper relay seems a little bit more important than that right now. Just a little.
Oh man.
Oh, hello, enigmatic cache.
So if you guys are ever, you know... Well, let me see. No, Relic's good for another activation. You want me act? Well, 8,000. Never mind.
I told you I didn't want to drop the minerals that low. Also,
Oh,
like
my
we're
God.
about to get our next little Unity thing. Well, our Unity thing's like 60 months away, but like, yeah.
I was about to ask chat, like, what is the one ethic that you keep gravitating towards? Because me and Santa have our own ethics that we gravitate towards.
Actually, let me see if I can't do something about that.
Ships ready for action.
Alright, let's see.
We have a little bit over 50k. I'm feeling comfortable. Not too comfortable, but I'm feeling a little bit comfortable.
Okay, I gotta be careful. Oh, that's what I need to do. Sorry, guys, I'm working on things here.
I am happy that you're working on the highway because that's gonna cut so much fucking loading time.
I think I'm gonna shorten this. All right.
Research complete.
Technology. That
Yeah.
command limit, we finally got that command limit.
All right. Sorry, got the poll up, guys. There wasn't enough options, so I grouped up the opposing ethics. So, material, spiritualist, egalitarian, authoritarian, militarist, pacifist. Base intel level, edict fund, administrative perk. Sure. So yeah, make sure you guys vote, and we'll see if that answers Mystic Beast's question. Because I can easily do another poll for the groups that win.
Oh man.
And Mystic Beast, if you want to look at your phone to choose a poll there, you can as well. Yeah. Yep. The sciencey ship is flying. Cool, cool.
Wait, when you say, okay, so
Technology
materialist,
secured.
spiritualist,
I grouped them.
militarist, pacifist.
Yeah, those are just
Okay.
opposing ethics, so.
Okay.
Somehow got into a secure compound. They were all chased off within hours, but not foreseeably doing instead uplink currency transfers. Okay, so it cost us money. Got it. Dark matter? Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if I can't get myself some dark matter.
Who's going to war now? Gilleran Citizen Republic and the Kingdom's Federation. Okay.
We have the consumer upgrades, so I'm gonna do that because I do want more unity. More unity, please. How does it feel to know we're at 565 for science?
565? Oh, shit.
Hey.
I mean, we've got a lot of engineering.
Yeah. Oh, is that a rebellion? I think it's a rebellion. Uprising. Yeah, it's an uprising. That's what happened. They didn't like the monarchy. All right, unemployment.
gotta
I'm
watch-
not worried about the unemployment because I just built a couple of things, so that should take care of that.
We gotta watch the Vag Oran nation because they're at 8.8k in diplomacy, and we're at 8.9, so they could take us if we're not careful in elections.
All right. Well, I mean, we did just improve our fleet command limit, though, so bigger fleets. Have we already upgraded? No. Okay. I have not upgraded yet. All right. Let me go ahead and upgrade these fleets again. $30K, man. How does it feel? Our fleet is at 30K right now, and it's not even done upgrading.
I think it's scary, actually, how long I have to actually scroll down to get to the bottom of the fleet bar.
I mean, we have a lot of star bases, and I have factions listed. Oh, we could do ring segments. I forgot about that. Oh,
What are you upgrading, by the way? What are you retrofitting on our ships?
I
The
believe
fleet
they're
has
getting
been refitted.
plasma cannons. So we're gonna upgrade. Upgrade this.
Loops from
I mean,
direct-
specializing is okay. So like, the way I do it is like I've got different things. Like I have lasers and kinetics. Mystic Beast likes a lot of missiles. I do have some torpedo boats for that purpose as well.
Network, I'm the fucker that... god damn it. I'm sorry.
But like I do like, you're right, specialization could help, but like me specifically have always been hard kinetic because chewing through shields is always what I always want to do.
He does kinetic. I'm the dude that basically mass produces as many Corvettes as I can and then basically arms photon torpedoes and Marauder missiles as much as I possibly can so I can deal the most amount of damage, except my entire fleet is basically as glass cannon as it can get.
Oh, it's time for an election. I should pause this.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so our current Strategos is giving us mining output. No wonder we're so good on that stuff. Research speed is kind of nice, but I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, I kind of want to just keep what we got.
No, I never saw the results to the vote thingy.
Materialist one with 2 votes, mine and yours
All
probably. That being said, as far as Strategos goes, I think I want to keep Hanet because the mining output has actually been really nice. Option wise, it's either that or we go research speed.
You said you think you want to keep Hanet?
Yeah,
Or Hanetart?
Yep.
Mining. Naval capacity. I agree with that.
Alright. And this is why. Alright. So yeah, it's interesting, but like you'd be surprised. I'm not actually much of a min-maxer, but I have managed to pull out ahead quite frequently, and it's because each of my ships has a little bit of something. So like, Let me go to my ship designers again. Ship at the designers is like I have both shield and then armor with the plasma cannons, and then the torpedoes, and then like as I get to the bigger ships, and I get battleships to do my hangars and cruisers, and they also have missiles. So like, as long as I have everything in my fleet, I attack all weaknesses in a sense, and so my roundabout way usually pulls ahead just enough. I also kind of go off of sheer numbers. A lot of times I also, of my research being at 560, as Mystic Beast can attest, it's higher than he's ever been.
Yeah.
I always out-tech everyone.
Research complete.
Have no idea how he does it sometimes, because sometimes you're not that lucky. Like, sometimes you're not swimming in research. So I don't know how he pulls those numbers when, like, he can't always be in a situation where there are several pre-sapient worlds. There are basically a bunch of 3 and 4 researches that you see around our system right now. Like, we got extremely lucky in this, like, cooperative, where, like, there's basically a shit ton of research where we're at, because of, like, things like relics and the research stations that we can put in different systems and stuff like that. But when you don't have any of that, the only thing you really have to fall back on is stealing technologies and building research centers on your habitable worlds. But that's it. But there are games where he has rolled poorly on research, and he still, by end game, he still beats me in fucking research. It's infuriating. You can use shield hardening now to negate bypass weapons too, though.
Yeah, so that's gonna affect like the hangar bays and some missiles even.
Mm-hmm.
What I like is I've equipped my stealth fleet with pulsating armor. So even though they normally don't get shields, they get shields when they're not cloaked. Alright guys, just a heads up, there will be another ad shortly. I'm having a decent amount of time. We'll probably also time a break around there, just so I can get some drinks, walk around, do what you need to do. So with that said, we are going to pause it now and get ready for that break. Because that ad's going to come through in about a minute. But let me go ahead and switch to my break screen. So me and Mystic Beast are going to take probably 5 minutes. Even though I set a timer for 10, it's, we always seem to come back at 5. So we will be back. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're having a great time. I know I am, but it's time for a short break. So we'll talk to you later, guys. And we are back, everyone. And, well, let me go ahead and switch the screen back. I know I didn't say this at the beginning, but I did want to say it now. For those that did not see our first stream of co-op, these driven simulators attacked us like 3 times. And now they haven't
I'm kind of annoyed with them.
Now they haven't attacked since. I wonder why.
Yep.
Alright, let's go ahead and get the party started. As I showed in the chat earlier as well, if you're not a member of our Discord, tune in. Me, Mystic Beast, Killer Wolf, we all stream at different times. Mystic Beast specifically will be streaming tomorrow night. And maybe Tuesday.
Yep.
It changes.
Tuesday is my chill night.
Alright.
The fleet has been refitted.
But no, I can definitely see the argument with specialized ships, but I've always been an all-arounder as well. It's easier to just be like, oh yeah, my ship can do it all, versus, you know, trying to figure out which empire has the lasers and which empire has those shields to try to specialize it.
A prime example is when you guys see the way Santa like runs his ships. He uses the fleet management Let me see. Yeah, he uses the fleet management tab a lot, whereas me, I typically just try to, well, did they eliminate that tab? Ship designer. Okay, yeah. He uses fleet manager, and I use ship designer.
Well, I mean, they're kind of the same tool, you know.
No, they're not.
The ship designer allows you to design your ships, and the fleet manager allows you to design your fleet.
I disagree. I disagree. They are not the same thing. Don't listen to Santa on that. They're not the same thing.
Oh, the storm is gone.
Our lookouts spy a
Thank God.
spaceborne life form.
Alright. We will pop ourselves over here with a hyper relay here. And then we'll go over here and pop ourselves with another hyper relay over here. This guy will pop a
Research complete.
hyper relay right there. Alright. That should get
Technology
us
is
through.
discovered.
Yes, the zoo. I could up our naval cap because we totally need that.
This is slowly becoming a game of how long you're gonna avoid atmospheric filtering.
As you say that. We don't need naval
Okay.
cap, so, you know. Let me throw on the zoo. Can I throw on the zoo? Can I throw on the zoo? Come on. Come on. Give me the alien zoo, please. Like, I researched the alien zoo. Give me the alien zoo, please. Fine. Won't let me have it right now. We're still doing fairly well, so I think I'm going to do yet another of these. Okay, so I have no benefit there. Where's my other agri-world? Because food is kind of up in the air. Housing's fine. So is food.
For once.
I'm still gonna do another food district just because I'm gonna be running into a situation where I need jobs. So those that are still sticking around, how are your all's nights, days, mornings? Rain.
Alternate dimensions. Planets. Nebulas. Have you had any run-ins with Q? That... I can't even call him a person. Does Q have a social security? Probably does. Okay.
I mean, yeah, how would the Q recognize him, you know?
I don't know. I feel like the federal government would be all over Q, because I feel like Q would have multiple social security cards at ready.
He's got to remember, he's part of the Q Continuum, so that's his government, not any of our other planets out there.
Which, by the way, mark my words, Santa. One of these days, I will learn a Batleth kata.
I
It's gonna
mean,
be
I
hard
thought
to
you were
find
very
it.
close because, like, isn't
like-
the
Yeah.
bow staff close to that because it's just as long?
It's long and it has similar movements, but I imagine that because the batleth is a curved blade,
But it's
it
still
would
the
be.
extension of your arm, though.
It is. It is. I'm gonna say it probably takes one component of bow staff movement.
I'd say it takes a
Probably
couple because the only thing you have to worry about with the bow staff is you're no longer touching both sides.
yeah. I feel like the biggest fear with a batleth though is you never want to accidentally relax your wrist to the point where the blade basically falls inwards. Because then you'd slice yourself.
It's still gonna take 8,000 minerals. All right. Okay. So, we know. Okay, so I'm gonna play a moment of how many. So if I do that for both, and I'm up to 282. Because I don't want cruisers on my stealth fleet. That much I do know. Cause that's gonna not have good cloak. So
Intellectual booty.
Technology discovered.
orbital flying system is bureaucrats, priests, telepaths, managers. I could do the volcano. Yeah, let's grab the volcano.
We're gonna get mega cannons in 19 months. Yeah.
Alright, I think it's time that I reinforce my stealth fleet. Once I do that, then I'll worry about reinforcing the other fleets. But I need to get the stealth fleet up. Because 8K is literally just a slap in the face right now, given the state of the game. Which actually is terrifying because we should be getting the con at some point.
At some point.
Yes, no spiritualism in this game.
You said no spiritualism in this game, and our fucking defensive pact is fanatic spiritualist.
do need to be cautious to some degree about options. I can't believe I skipped this system. Thought it was built there, but yeah. It doesn't mean I'm going back. I have no idea why it wasn't, so. There we go. Alright. Hyper relay will be getting longer. In terms of gateways, with the right alloys, I can also be activating them. Okay. Oh, it's 64. I can steal technologies again.
Yay!
Launch! Alright. More refugees, got it.
Oh boy, more pops, right?
Yep. So we have 4 jobs left. This is located in Zawad. So that is up there. Okay, so I do want this. $22 months. 9,000 unity. Alright. How does it feel to know that we've literally been at peace for the last several game sessions?
Dude, everyone who hates us keeps fucking fighting each other. It's ridiculous.
It's a 10. We have to be careful. Our next election is in 42. We are definitely behind. But I think between envoys and me building up the stealth fleet, we'll probably be okay.
We've got a world that we can terraform if we wanted to in Wenkwart.
Yeah, but also, like, it's a barren.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting that it's gonna be expensive.
Oh, I don't understand it. Why are people happy on the barren world? A Zen.
Maybe because it's not crowded.
It's 10,000
Technology
energy.
secured.
Yeah, it takes 10,000 energy to be able to terraform it. But I'm saying we can terraform it.
I
We wanted
think
to.
we shall focus on other repeatable texts like claim influence.
But we'll be able to harvest dark matter in a month.
Yep.
And we'll get our mega cannons in 3 months.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put the mega cannons on right away.
I know they're gonna be expensive as shit to build, but
They take an
mega
X.
cannons.
They take an X slot, and X slots are annoying.
Really?
Research complete.
Research complete. Ooh, dark matter cloaking. Ooh. That's
Detection strength +1.
dark matter.
Or we can get +2 code breaking if you want to keep stealing tech.
Honestly, for this being a like, it greatly improves our detection arrays. Like, every 3 detection rays provides an additional. So because I can easily modify my star bases that I do have to have a third thing on it. So that's 3 detection arrays to get
Research
4
complete.
cloaking detection, which I think is great. Because I don't like cloaked ships in our territory that aren't ours anyway. I could do that. Which repeatable tech do we want? Engineering, mining, housing. Yeah, let's just grab
my
that.
my vote is the cruiser build, cost and speed. Okay, or that. We can always get more mining
Council agenda available.
under our belt.
Influence from power projection. That might actually help with our that particular thing should help with our ooh, they dropped to 10. Interesting.
The Vag Aura Nation might overtake us next election because they're now at 9.6 and we're at 9.1.
Well, they were at 10, so this cannot be tolerated. Issue reprimands. Alright, thank you. Okay, so Saturnius finally declared us as a rival. Which I think is absolutely hilarious because their overlord is our defensive agreement. You shall, sir, talk to your overlord.
That's funny as shit.
I was going to declare rival back, but I don't want to make our defensive agreement null and void. I shall, I'm actually going to, if you decide to go to war against the Crocs,
Citrina's research.
7 months for Unity. Another Ascension perk. Alright. Time to go around to a couple of worlds now. Tabrin, what is your specialty again? Industrial world. Kind of want to consider getting you set up on that, but let's see. Zolwal, I need this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start with Zumata over here, I think. Because that's a wormhole that I don't know. Where do you think our weakest point is in terms of like colonies? T-Bree is with the driven simulators. I'm not worried. Like, to me, they're not a priority. Tabur, Trapper, yeah, the Radion, yeah, that's the planet name. They're off in the corner. I don't think they're a high target. So that leaves like Zamata or Homotype as possibilities. So I was just asking what you thought our weaker points were as far as colonies positioning.
I'm looking. I mean, I think it is Homotype because all a Alien Nation has to do is get through maybe one non-fully upgraded space station and then a fully upgraded. Well, that 26.5K is definitely gonna fucking hurt if they try to go through it.
Actually,
I changed my answer. The most vulnerable would be Zamata because of the Zawad wormhole.
Yeah. But there is a starbase there.
There is.
So
I'm just saying, if someone ever took over the Themestian Empire, we would have to like double down.
Well, it's just nice to know that we had similar thoughts. Basically, what I was doing is I was prioritizing orbital rings around those planets.
Complete.
All right.
Ooh, Stormfire Cannon. Ooh, that's tempting. Yeah, it's tempting. That's tier 3 freaking rapid fire stuff. Alright. And then we got our starbase capacity, because we're totally utilizing that.
Yep. Hey, does interstellar campaigns even do it? Like, is that even useful outside of war?
In terms of...
Well, claim influence cost makes it 10% cheaper, but war exhaustion gain.
Basically, as we're in war, it makes it harder for us to get exhausted, is kind of how that, I think, is.
Okay. But we've got an Ascension perk available now.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Intellectual booty.
If I get World Shaper, I can terraform our stuff into Gaia planets. I'm gonna hold on to that perk for a moment because I don't know what I want to do with it yet.
Might as well go big or go home on food.
Right?
You want
Okay,
gin
well,
crops?
the comms does Unity production though.
Ah.
Produces 3 Unity for each Ascension perk. Which I think means that's an upgrade to the Archon thing. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that then. Because I am trying to capitalize on Unity right now. Consumer goods. Where's my consumer goods? Here. I'm gonna upgrade that. Alright, that should help again. Star-based damage might be fun for Eternal Vigilance.
My votes are... Galactic Contender, Eternal Vigilance, or Lord of War.
Yeah. Sounds about right. I mean, because, like, the reason I haven't done Lord of War is because we haven't really went into the mercenary side of things. Alloys? Do I want to activate it? I think I do want to activate it. Alloys!
5.5K.
Alright, so I'm going to upgrade this to ring tier 2 with those alloys. It's going to allow me to then get another shipyard in this system. And then also we're going to abracadabra reinforce. Oh, lots of frigates. Absolutely great.
What are you reinforcing? What are you adding now?
Our stealth fleet, the 8.9, is been at half strength. So I'm finally filling it.
Okay.
and that should help offset the fact that, you know, Vrag Orion is at 10K. Because the election is going to happen in a few years. Yeah, see, the thing is like, one of our previous playthroughs, I was all about the mercenaries from the Bavies. Mystic Beast also very likes to hire mercenaries.
Yeah.
And Mystic Beast has also played a Megacorp. Luckily, Megacorp wasn't the first thing you tried to do, right? Like, if you've, like, never played Stellaris and just tried to start with Megacorp.
Dude, I fucking love Megacorp. I can't. The only thing I don't like about Megacorp is there's almost always another megacorporation that you have to compete against. And competing against the AI is ass.
Network, this is my stealth fleet. I don't have, I don't want cruisers in that, fleet. I get better detection without them. Or better cloaking without them. That is definitely something to keep in mind, because I am, because, yeah, my other fleets, you know, I have 12 frigates. So I could add more you know, cruisers for that. Actually, it's my battleships that I have the carriers on. But using, you know, cruisers for the torpedoes, probably not a bad shout. Let me actually look at a fleet design for that. As long as I don't save it, I should be fine. Yeah, it's hangar and... That's only one torpedo. I mean, that's all frigates give me too. Oh, there it is, torpedo core. There, that would definitely. But if I do that, then I'm not doing the hangar. That's definitely an option over frigates. So I can't agree with that. We'll see. Ooh, the orbital ring is almost done.
I am happy to see our fucking stealth fleet go from like 8K to like 11K. It's almost gonna be 12K actually. Shit.
Yeah, it's nice having like 3 shipyards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. I did 16. Why didn't I change that to 16 then? I'm off a destroyer. Interesting. We said I was going to turn Beta into a shipyard at some point, I thought too. But then I was like, nah, I don't need to do that because I can just use our home system with the orbital thing. 2 shipyards there, 2 shipyards on the ring.
$16.6K behind us is still a good feeling though. Oh shit, here wait. Now that The construction ship is no longer doing anything. New asset acquired. That's awesome.
What do you mean they're not doing anything?
Oh, wait. Building orbital ring. Never mind.
Yeah, I've been actively using the construction ships.
You hoe.
I mean, what do you want to do with them? Like, orbital rings are good.
I want to go to Iskander's Pride and get that fucking dark matter.
Oh. Yeah, that just, is relatively new.
Network. You want the hangar, strike craft, counter strike craft, and the flat cannons are good against strike craft as well as target guided weapons also.
But yeah, I mean, Battleship does the carriers. I'm happy with that too. So.
If you fill the S slots with auto cannons, you will shred corvettes.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've got corvettes. Sorry, I got my destroyers with the autocannons. Sorry. Got that. Yeah. The cruiser. No. Okay, so I don't actually have as many autocannons as I thought I did. Is that because I opted for missiles then? Let me see. Because a lot of times I do throw the autocannons on. Yeah, so the frigate's got the rippers.
I still think it's awesome that we got fucking pulse armor.
Wait, I should totally upgrade this to a plasma cannon. Maybe I should upgrade that to a... Although I could also do ripper cannons on that. I guess shield and hull damage. I could do that. I could think about that. Orbital rings built. Cool. Orbital.
What's the orbital ring for?
Think of it as another star base.
I see it.
Think of it as another star base.
You know how terrified I would be if the US government decided to fund a fucking project where they built a fucking goddamn semi-automatic fucking ring around the Earth.
We'll probably be wrapping it up here shortly, Mystic Beast. Shortly.
I have almost 7,200 hours in Stellaris. Don't tell anyone, it's a secret. Interestingly enough, network.
He's not gonna be able to hear
Santa and I. What's up?
He's not gonna hear
Oh
you.
shit.
There's an ad playing.
Oh,
Unless it's one of those...
add one of 8, buddy.
Unless it's a stream display ad, which then you might hear us, but like, yeah, it's... I just don't want you to waste your time. I just,
You're good, buddy.
How are we doing in this fine administrative insight here? Subjects have ethics attraction.
Intellectual.
I don't have any subjects, but like, I'ma just say,
you want to create penal colonies?
We don't have a crime issue. We really don't. Resources from jobs, however, that would be
grow
nice.
ever stronger.
so second shipyard. And this is the home planet, so transit hub probably would be okay. Crew quarters could also be okay. Actually, what am I doing on my... is my home planet energy? It's actually a combination of things. It's my all-arounder, that's right. Alright, so network, I have almost 1,000 hours. And I haven't had an issue with my fleet configurations. Because like I said, I intentionally do a combination. I use all the ship types so they can all be kind of utilized helpfully. Mystic Beast, like he has mentioned, spams Corvettes. And Corvette spam is a tactic. I don't usually care for it. Too meta. Too much meta.
Though there is a scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where Star-Lord and Rocket are arguing about ship configurations and who can fly the ship better. And I feel like you and Network are having that discussion.
Well, I'm not saying he's wrong. Like, I don't study the specific combat mechanics. Like, I'm fully aware that, you know, kinetics are good against shields, lasers are good against armor, and torpedoes just they're hull damage definitely. But like, I usually try balanced fleets. Mystic Beast also hates balanced stuff. He intentionally tries to go to every planet to make sure it has no negative, and that doesn't work out.
No, it doesn't.
Alright, I have no concern about which one maybe I should do research silo. Target upload. I don't know which building I want to use yet. I'll just have to hold off on it. Because unlike like Norgon here, which is an agri world, I totally know I want a Starbase building B.
We grow ever stronger.
You want to know what I miss, Network, about Stellaris? I miss the empires that you used to be able to create where it was just strictly wormhole travel.
Oh yes, I loved multi FTL. It was great.
Oh man, that was fun. I was actually bummed out when they took that shit away.
Wormholes were entertaining.
Wormholes were hilarious.
Like I did make a couple. Relic activation. No, I kind of think we should save it. I don't actually need the alloys right now because I realize these wonderful. Alright, so
we're capped on consumer goods. What? Okay.
Homotype and Zamada are taken care of, so really I do just need to go. You know what? I'm gonna send this construction ship off to the hyper relay building.
Can I build a resource silo on the Wankwort station?
No.
No?
I don't use resource silos. I really don't. If you really don't want us to be capped, you could just sell the consumer goods for energy and then... But, like, being capped isn't a bad thing. It means we're not getting more, but... Getting to this gateway may not be a bad shout for relay purposes. Although this wormhole is... Ooh. I'm gonna go to that wormhole then. Let's go ahead and get a hyper relay set up here. Hyper relay here for that wormhole. hyper relay back here, and then.
We still haven't chosen an ascension perk.
No, well, you also have to remember, sometimes I don't. Like, I leave it sometimes just because, like, the irony is the difference between Defender of the Galaxy and Galactic Contender really depends on what freaking hell we face. You know, I don't think I actually came across that relic. I do like Khan's throne though. I have had the terraform relic too. I had fun with that one. All right. Okay. So
I just like the Khan's chair.
We're gonna upgrade that too. And then this guy.
We grow ever stronger.
Alright, so this is Homotype, which is Agri, which automatically is getting Climate Organization stations. Even though we don't need food, it's going to make a big, massive difference. I could also make it consumer goods, actually. Because yeah, logistics, consumer goods. Although I can also throw consumer goods on either one of my industrial worlds.
It gives you random resource deposits in
That's
your own
interesting.
system, even the rare resources. So you could essentially drop down to playing from a single system with habitats and still have rare resources. Dude, that sounds awesome.
T-Breed would probably be more beneficial than Radon, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. T-Breed. Oh, I don't have minerals all of a sudden. Okay, that's I don't have alloys all of a sudden, sorry. Need to make sure I choose the right words. But yeah, Ship Destiny gives us extra envoys, not that we need them. But yeah, choosing between Galactic Contender and Defender of the Galaxy really depends on at what point we have to fight any one of them. So that's why I usually hold off on that.
Yeah, we might lose our seat on the council.
Well, I mean, there is this, they do have a much bigger fleet than us. They should, oh, they're also at war. So they could be losing the fleet at some point.
Who are they at war with?
The Autocracy and friends.
Kingdom of Federations and... Huh.
I mean, they're winning, so it doesn't matter. But I also think it's funny that the only other materialist, militarist views us as a rival. We should really actually try to improve the relations just to see if we can offset it a little bit. But also, like, I like stealing. All right. But now that our colonies have been reinforced a bit, time to... Oh, well, I just said we needed more envoys, right?
Yep.
So how about I do that? Let's upgrade the embassy complex to do that. Let's go ahead and upgrade that.
They wish to speak with us.
Migration treaty? Nope. That's the other thing. I don't do migration treaties most of the time. Because I see the benefit in some cases, but like, oh, had a leader die. Sorry, retire. Retire is the word.
Well, retire at age 93. I think he's done. I think he's done, Santa.
But like, you know, I see the benefit of migration treaties sometimes, but like also like, it's very rare that I'm actually colonizing planets that aren't my preference anyway.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, you want an
Embassies
embassy?
now.
Yeah, that's fine. We can be friends.
We grow ever stronger.
Gene warriors. Let me double check my current army. Am I using? What am I actively using? I'm using 4.8 assault armies. Okay.
We get Stormfire cannons in a month.
Research complete.
Axolotl, 4 to 9. This is energy intense, but I'm gonna go ahead and get us a couple of gene warriors. Seven, 8. Stormfire, autocannons. Yeah, see, I don't play xenophobes. I have played authoritarians, though. It's absolutely hilarious, especially when I'm authoritarian spiritualist. I love enslaving people that don't believe.
Okay, so I'm between armor hardening, or basically reactive armor.
That's an auxiliary
Or
slot.
nano separators.
Yeah, but I've been holding off on that because I don't actually have the regular alloy plant, so I don't need to upgrade it. So we'll go armor. We'll go armor. All right. So we're gonna play out the rest of this game here, Mystic Beast, and then we'll be wrapping up, guys. That being said, though, all we've done is prep and more prep.
Nah, be a xenophobe so you can have species as livestock. You can stack them on the worlds with portal researchers and really boost your science output. I think this guy just told you to be a fascist.
I need a destroyer, a couple of cruisers. Oh, I'm still not fully built up yet either. Alright. So alloys. Market. Alloys. Fleet management.
He just told you he just told you hail Hydra for science.
Welcome, Evie. Not too bad. We're getting ready to wrap it up, though. I thought I already had gene tailoring. Because, yeah, we're already... You know, honestly, that's one thing I didn't do, Slaves, is I never actually did battle thralls. I prefer just having them work my alloys to let me build my ships. It's okay, Evie. It's been a great stream, nonetheless. We are dealing with unemployment again. No wars have happened. It's just me building up my fleet and trying to stay on the council, honestly.
We grow ever stronger.
So, he wants you to be a fascist for science. Hail Hydra. And enslave Ben Grimm, who happens to also be Jewish.
Zamada.
Okay.
Wait, which planet was this one again? This was my...
Even if we are wrapping up, though,
Consumer goods?
thank you for joining in and, you know, chatting with us, Evie.
Yeah, I think because Zamada is another industrial, so orbital logistics would make more sense here.
Okay. Okay, so now network is getting into what I would like to call HHM, which is Howard Hamlin McGill, lawyer.
Hey, Mystic Beast, have you had a chance to see what our food is now?
Plus 123? Yeah.
Something tells me that building is complete.
Oh, God.
Planetary defenses. Absolutely. Let me just grab a couple of those.
They'll generate amenities without a job. You see, you and Network are doing math fucking magic, and I was never good at that.
Oh no, we have no head of research.
Well, did he die? Yeah, did he dum did he do? I guess he died.
Select the leader. Yep, okay. Let's see. Head of research. I don't know about outpost building. Sorry, Balician, you're not selected. Anomaly
didn't make the
research,
cut.
you're not selected either. Voidcraft, maybe. Okay, how about you're not being selected because I don't want my people to be mad that you're a chancellor.
Oh, it can get insane. I've had over 1,100 trade value from a habitat. Oh my god.
Yeah, trade value is something Mystic Beast quickly learned in this game alone when I said, hey, just let me build a couple of trade hubs and our energy will be fine. And he didn't believe me.
No, I didn't. I was a fool. I was such a fool. Dude, I've learned a lot on this fucking cooperative gameplay and stuff like that. You do things very differently in some of the...
My vote is Bathiles, who has a Voidcraft expertise and is a militarist. For our scientists.
My life is going very well. It's not necessarily rich and famous well.
Do you agree,
but,
Mystic Beast?
What's up?
Bathiles.
What about him?
Do you agree that he could be our next researcher?
Let me look.
He's 32, loves Voidcraft. He's a militarist.
Yes, I agree.
I'm here to serve your empire. Tell me what need to be done. Our head of research is not on a ship. That's fine. None of these are doing anything. Oh, yeah, alright. So you can just be on this ship for doing nothing. Alright. Cool.
But no, to answer your question, my life's going good. All besides my work life. I fucking hate my work life, but my personal life is doing great.
Alright, so I'm gonna go naval capacity. Because at this point, I don't think we need the food. And then that basically tells me the next time I will be building a fourth fleet for you, Mystic Beast. Imagine having 3 30K fleets. So, we are just building. It's been great, but we have ticked over for the year. So let me go ahead and zoom out here. We still have several years before our council election. 3, 6. We have at least four game years before we have to worry about the council elections, which should be enough time to build up that third main fleet.
Fourth.
I said main. I added the word main. The bronze is just a stealth fleet. It's not a main fleet.
A diet fleet.
That's why it's only at 12K. But yeah. Let's take a look. Let's see, because I don't know if you have or not. But opinion map mode. The autocracy still hates our guts. Our defensive pact with the United States has definitely helped. The Vag Orion also hate our guts.
But you know what? At the start of this, almost
the Driven
everyone was,
Simulators hates everyone.
at the start of this, almost everyone was at some level an authoritarian, and almost the majority of the map hated us. Starting out.
I mean, we still have friends. Like, to be fair, Salimi is still an authoritarian. No, they're a spiritualist. So spiritualists shouldn't like us either. But you know, as a reminder for everyone, we're egalitarian, militarist, materialist. So, yeah, our biggest foe is the autocracy, who's a authoritarian. Because we don't want slaves.
No, we don't. We don't want slaves.
Oh, administrative sanctions. Although I usually oppose all sanctions. Alright. So, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out Discord. And, with that said, Mystic Beast will be streaming tomorrow. Currently. He has not yet confirmed because things can change. I know from previous weeks he's had to push it to 2 a.m. for numerous reasons. But thank you all for tuning in. Discord is where we will be. We'll probably have a handful of gifts. I do appreciate the Conversation Network. Thank you for the follow, Arrow, Bus, and Crush, who I didn't see in chat, but they did follow today at some point. But thank you all. Have a great night.